Alrighty, welcome back guys. Now what I'm going to do here is show you how to create, in this case, a car, and we're going to use the shape builder tool to kind of show you how I would use it in a real life situation. So what I have here is a Porsche 934. I don't own the rights to this, nothing like that. I just love cars, I love Porsche, and it's a great opportunity to make a new car design. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just show you how I would recreate this using the pen tool, using the shape builder tool, and how I would layer certain things on top of each other to get the desired outcome. So let's get right into it. Basically what I'll do is I'll just start going. I'll talk if I need to. Otherwise, I'm just going to fast forward over it, do a little speed art. I almost asked if there's any questions, but you can't talk to me, so anyway. So let's just get into it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start tracing. Okay, finish it off there. Boom. So we got the outside of the car. Now again, we want to make sure we get the windows. So I'm just going to go in, trace the shape of the windows, and then this is actually when I'll go ahead and then eventually use the shape builder tool is to kind of cut out these windows. Okay, I'm not going to worry about all these little lines and details and all that, because it's just, in this case, it's not necessary. So now that we have the frame of the car finished, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and use the shape builder tool to create the shape that I want. So again, select everything you want to be used with the shape builder tool. In this case, we're good. Click it, and then it'll give you a preview of what that shape will look like. Click it once. Now what I usually do is, in this case, I wouldn't delete both of the windows because I can actually save the shapes and they can turn into their own actual like colors of the windows, and you could come through, change the opacity so it looks like actual windows, right? So we'll leave that for now. Next, what I'll do, because I showed you in the last video how to layer things on top of each other, is I'll just start drawing, and you'll notice I'm kind of, the lines are weird. So I'll show you. So because what I'm gonna do is I know I'm gonna layer certain things on top of others, so you won't necessarily see the weird lines. So I'll give you a perfect example. So let's draw this back wing here. So you'll see I'm just kind of coming into here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck the orange under the yellow, and you won't even be able to see the weirdness as it overlaps. You'll just kind of see the final product. So I'll come in here, okay, and then I'm going to change the color to a red and kind of make like the three-dimensional aspect. Okay, you'll see what I mean when I'm done. The lines can be as wonky as you want them to be because you're just going to be layering these things and you won't be able to see the weird lines at one point. So I'm just going to keep doing these little details. I'm going to fast forward through so you don't have to just listen to me talk to nothing. And then we will get back to it when I'm ready to start filling things in. Okay, so real quick, there's a couple lines in the car that I think I want to include. So pretty much all I'm going to do is just draw the lines with the pen tool. Not really connect any paths, but I'm just going to start down here and just kind of trace these lines, and then I'm just going to leave them there as like their own little accent lines. Boom, look at that. Perfect. The line for the door. I'm just going to... Oops. I'll come back to that. Sometimes the lines are actually very, very helpful. Go ahead and draw the shape of this little side panel down here. Let's use pink. Sometimes it's helpful to select different colors when you're drawing just to kind of help, you know, separate everything. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just use the ellipse tool to draw this little ellipse for the door handle indentation. So like you can use other tools with the pen tool to just kind of layer on top of whatever you're drawing. You know, that's the beauty of it. When I go and make the wheels, I'm gonna go ahead and use the ellipse tool as well. You know, it's about working smart, not hard. You know, I could try and trace these ellipses to try to get them perfect, but there's no need, especially when you have tools like the ellipse tools and things like that. So now that I have the door handle, I'm gonna come back in, maybe smooth it out, make it nice and perfectly round. Okay, so let's do the wheels. L for the ellipse, shift to make the click and hold shift to make that perfect circle. So what I'm gonna do here is a series of ellipses, ellipses. I don't know what the plural is. To make the tires and then like the rims. So I'm actually not worried about getting it perfect. Those rims I'm not even gonna bother trying to recreate because that's like some crazy sacred geometry type shit. Okay, let's just do this. Command C, Command F, paste in front, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make it smaller to try to match the size and width of the tire. And I'm gonna try to center them together. That looks pretty good. Command C, Command F, and then a shape for the rim. So the shape builder tool is going to come in handy in building the frame of the car, which you saw, and then the actual wheels themselves. Okay, cool. And then what I'll do is I'll just do one wheel, I'll make it all, and then I'll copy and paste it and put it on top of the other wheels. So it looks like we're almost done here. We can start filling in color and, you know, moving layers around. I just want to do the windshield, and then we can move on. Now I have, I believe, all of the lines that I think I need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, scroll down into the layers panel to the locked layer and just go like that. Make this black so it's easier to see. Same with these. Okay. Now, another cool thing to kind of see like a schematic view of whatever you're drawing is if you click Command Y, it'll bring you to something that looks like this, and it's almost just all the lines and almost like blueprint schematic type drawings. Oh, and even using that, see? I forgot the back windshield, so I'm just gonna draw that real quick. That should be good. Cool. And then to get back, Command Y, bring it back. All right. Cool. All right, so let's start filling these shapes in. And then you'll see as I fill them in, they're gonna be layered weird, and then that's when you can go back and start to make some changes. So the car was red, so let's go ahead and just make it red. Okay. Now, let's start filling this in. This was black, I believe. We'll make this a different color black. So basically now is where things can start to get interesting. So now is when I'm gonna start moving the layers around, shifting the layers order. So I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna send it all the way to the back. So Command Shift left bracket. It's gonna go behind everything. And there you go. Boom. Let's actually go in and start smoothing some of this stuff out because it's a little messy. And if you get this weird overlapping like this, or the 2 points, you can just always kind of drag it back, and there you go. Doesn't have to be perfect, just for the sake of knowledge. And then if you're never sure, you can always just refer back to the layer that's hidden. Yeah, okay, had it right. Or actually, no, let's do this. Select them both, bring them both behind. There we go, that's much cleaner. Okay, beautiful. So you can see that just the way that some layers are layered depends on the look of what you're trying to create. So let's go ahead and send this stuff to the back. One of them, I believe, is going to be red for the tail light. We'll make it a darker red, and then we'll make this like almost like an orange, because tail lights have two colors. This is black, and you can see just the shortcut of being able to send it to the back. You could always like right click it, arrange, send to back, but the shortcuts are right here, so it's just the bracket. So just click it, Command Shift, send it back. This was black as well, and I believe this was black, but we'll do like a dark gray because I want to come back and do some cool stuff with that. You can also select and change multiple colors at a time. If you click something, hold Shift, you can select 2 things. Change those colors. This was black. Send this headlight to the back. See, you can see the car's really starting to come together. Send the windshield to the back. Now, if you ever, I want the windshield to be the same as the windows. What you can always do is if you have it selected, you click I. I brings up the eyedropper tool, which will just match any color that you click on it with. So if I click the blue, automatically the shape turns blue, red, black, the white, whatever. The eyedropper tool is pretty cool in that sense. It saves time. So send this to the back, eyedropper tool. Select that. Oops. So this could probably come up a little bit. Again, not going to make it perfect because this is just for sake of learning. Okay. So there we go. It's looking pretty cool. So let's do the wheels now. So I want the outer tire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first 2 circles. Now, because this circle has 2 on top of each other, I'm just going to select the top one. Shape builder. There we go. And you know the deal where you got to... Oh, in this case, actually, it doesn't look like you have to delete anything. Cool. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll just fill it in. There you go. And then there's another circle and this circle. Shape builder tool to make like the inner rim. Do is just try to make it like a gold color. Okay, so now basically the wheel is just made out of a couple different. This can be deleted. So now the wheel is pretty much just made out of 3 different circles, right? Okay, Command C, select everything. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and group it first. Command C, Command F, paste it in front. I'm holding Shift, and I'm gonna do the right arrow, and it's just gonna slide it all the way over to the other side. Oops. And there you have it, guys. There is a Porsche 934. Made with the pen tool with the help of the shape builder tool. So then you can just kind of go in if you want. Let's make this bad boy green. You know, you can go in and change the colors and do all kinds of stuff with it. Now again, this isn't as detailed as the Porsche 911 GT3 RS drawing that I did. That's in the slideshow presentation. But again, you get the gist where you can come in and make all kinds of really cool stuff just based off the shape builder tool and this and that. Just thought of this idea. If you want to make like a metal gradient to make it look like it's made out of metal, you can do that as well. Oops, it's grouped, that's why. Select this gradient. Cool, now it looks like it's metal. So there's like a ton of stuff you can do with the gradient tool. See? Let's do this. Actually, this is cool. Sick. See? That's the important. That's why I'm always recommending you just play around with it, because you never really know what you can create when you're doing this kind of stuff. You can adjust it. See? There you go. It's already getting cooler. So, again, guys, here, let's do one last thing. I'll show you. So, like, if you want to have car windows, you can always, like, change the opacity. So, if you have, like, a shape behind it, you'll be able to, like, see it through the window. So, that's pretty cool. If you just change the opacity. Alright, guys, I hope that was helpful. In the next video, we're gonna go over how to create something with symmetry. So I hope you enjoyed and get to practicing.